Welcome to the Season 2 finale of Major Discussions. I'm your host, Vega Kotoretsky.
And I'm Melinda Brancato. I can't believe that we're already here, ending off our first year, our finale featuring a double crossover event with two of your favorite sports productions. And we want to welcome Jacob Bradley and Brian Rudman, who you may know very well from Laker Connections and Sports Talk.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having
Welcome
us.
to the show.
Welcome. We're happy to have you.
We're really
awesome.
excited. I know everything has just kind of come onto our show through multiple episodes. We had Jared Wakefield on, they talked about it. Aaron Blank talked about it. Now you guys are actually here talking about it.
I know, it's a big culmination, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's kind of come to a head at the end of the semester.
Yes, we just wanted to hear more from you. And
We want to get to know you. So where are you guys from and how did you guys meet?
Well, I'm from Goshen, New York, which is about an hour outside of New York City. And Jake and I met because he emailed me to sign up for live sports one day.
I listened to his thing that he usually says at the end of every episode.
Yeah, what I bug everyone with.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Liverpool, just outside of Syracuse, about 40 minutes away. So it's pretty close to here.
Nice, all right.
Nice. With the two of you being known around WTOP as sportsman and sports boy, what brought you two to like sports in the first place?
We're known as that?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't know. I just for me, it was I played sports in high school. I played baseball all throughout my life, and I just fell in love with sports from day one. And I figured I'm not good enough to play collegiately. I'm not good enough to play professionally, so I might as well just talk about it.
I think I can echo pretty much everything he said, where I played baseball growing up, didn't have the athletic ability to play in college, but liked sports enough to find some other role in it. So, and then like you said, met through just the basic stuff.
That's great.
Here.
And now you guys are here.
Yeah.
And then, so Brian, I know you're going to be graduating, but
Yes.
can you kind of speak about your experience at TOP, what it's really brought you?
Yeah, it's brought me a lot. I mean, it's brought me some of my best friends. Two of the guys that I live with right now, I met, through, whether it be the media orgs or classes, and we've worked together on a lot. It's brought me so many great relationships, and it's also taught me so much, not only about broadcasting and about sports, but just about, kind of being in a leadership position and, dealing with issues and dealing with people and how to kind of work together as a team. And that's honestly one of the most exciting parts about TOP, I think.
I know, it's definitely huge. I've definitely gained leadership skills through here as well. And then, Jacob, you still have a lot of time within the club. Kind of, how do you think Brian has influenced you in that way, especially the dynamic that you guys have?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I could sit here and talk about like him and how he's influenced me as a broadcaster, but more as like a human being. Came in here not too confident in myself, and I was able, through guys like Brian and others through the sports, to kind of gain that confidence that I thought I had lost back. So as far as just stuff like in sports, though, of course, he's been right there. He's been in my ear for several different sporting events. He's given me, trust to do whatever,
Yeah, and then moving forward within TOP, you kind of want to fill up those positions
Yeah,
too.
I'm hoping to just kind of see how far it could take me. I don't
Yeah.
really have an end goal, but just to kind of try things and see where I wind up going.
That's great.
Right. That's really cool. When it comes to involvement within other media orgs, where do you fall in place there?
Well, for me, I have two shows on WMIO, the radio station. I have one with On the Horn with Joey Pulatsky, who we host together. We actually interned together with the Albany Dutchman last summer, so that's really where we became friends and got the idea for the show. And the other is called The Merger, which is myself, Aaron Valentino, Jake Johnson, Brandon Ladd, and Kevin Bennett. And we're just five friends who have been friends since freshman year. We like talking about sports. Originally, when we came up with the show freshman year, it was mostly about sports, and we were so nervous to do anything outside of what our directive was. Now we just talk about anything for 30 minutes. Like our first episode, we talked about how Ladd brought in buffalo chicken nuggets and was eating them, just randomly eating them in the studio. It was ridiculous.
I mean, it definitely speaks to your personalities, I guess.
Isn't that the point of all the shows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
Jacob, I know you have stuff within other media orgs
Yeah,
too.
I mean, through WMYO, I do a podcast with Garrett and Kyle, just pretty much carrying up sports talk. And then I also have Getting to Know You, which is just my own thing that I do on my own. It's just a nice little interview podcast, getting to know the different people in the studio that we see all the time. But other than that, I just wrote my first ever 300-page column for the Oswegonian the
Congratulations,
other day.
that's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't see mine. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll check it out when it comes out.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's-
it's been pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's huge.
Yeah.
But listen, we have a lot more coming up next, so don't go anywhere. Major Discussions will be right back on WTOP 10.
I love you. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back. Melinda and I are here with Brian and Jacob. We're going to get to know them in their roles as hosts and beyond. We've spoken briefly already about your roles as broadcasters here in Oswego, but what drew you to your respective niches with your other majors and minors potentially?
Well, I'm a broadcasting major first and foremost, so that's the basis for most people in TOP. Not all people in TOP are broadcasting
I'm
majors
outnumbered
strictly.
here.
Well, no, that's something that I think is great about TOP is that you don't have to be a broadcasting major. But I'm also in the 5-year MBA program, so it's one of those things where I saw an opportunity to get an extra degree in business, and I took it. So that's kind of where I went with that. I had the opportunity to get a 5-year degree in 4 years, so that's something that I did, and
Impressive.
it cost me a couple of summers doing a little bit of schoolwork, a little more than I'd like to, but it was it was well worth it, I think.
How about for you, though?
I, along with broadcasting and mass communications, I also study psychology. That was just something that I started off in the pandemic, so I didn't really get to do much within TOP. So I really just didn't know how I would be at this, whether I was going to be good or not. So instead, I decided, let me try to add on another major, something that I know I'll eventually could have a role in psychology. And I wound up really liking it, and I've already completed a majority of the majors, so we're just kind of riding it through and going to see where it could take me.
We've already seen Professor Bradley.
I know, yeah, the psychology.
Take roles.
Professor
Yeah.
Bradley.
But kind of speaking further into that, do you guys have future goals? Obviously, you have goals within your career, but if you want to speak about those goals, excuse me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, just first off, get a job. That's a good
that's
start.
a pretty big one.
For me,
Yeah.
still looking for one of those. I'd really like to I love telling the stories of athletes and I love covering teams, but what makes it really exciting for me is similar to Oswego with the hockey team and the basketball team we saw this year is when the fans and the community are into it. So that's what really makes it exciting for me. So I really want to go somewhere and tell the stories of athletes and coaches and players where the fans care and the community cares and it means something. When this team wins, it means something to Jimmy who lives down the block or whatever.
I mean, I'm from the area. I know how huge that can be for
Yeah.
just people in the community. And then Jacob.
Me, I love baseball, so that's always been the thing I want to do is I want to be a part of baseball in some way. I'd love to just get on a team, play-by-play, and travel the world with the team. That's for me the ultimate goal. But much like Brian, I'll take whatever I can get. I'm just trying to make a living off of talking about sports for as long as I can. So whether that be with the baseball team or not, I've tried to branch myself out, learned a lot more about hockey through this last year. Found out I'm okay at that. And, like I said, just trying to see where things play out, see where I wind up. But if I had to give you a real goal, I'd love to be working with some team someday for baseball. I think that'd be
Yeah?
excellent.
That sounds awesome. I think you'd be great at that.
That team would be.
I
I
tried
try to.
The
That
Red
team
Sox.
would be
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
I
That
tried
team
it
would
out.
be nice.
That would be dreaming for the stars.
Maybe
for
shooting
sure.
for the stars.
Shooting for the stars. That's the term. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about being a Red Sox fan in New York? I mean,
Ooh. I mean,
It's fine. Winning helps.
it does.
do you ever get beat up
Winning
on?
helps.
Don't ever get beat up on, but certainly it's one of those things where when they're good, we get to, and they have been good a majority of the time that we've been
Yeah.
following baseball, so we've been able to kind of, brag a little bit, and it certainly isn't fun we're the bad team, and the Yankees.
Yeah.
did pretty well.
Last October helped a
Yes,
lot.
it did. It really did.
That's
Fair enough.
good.
I know nothing about sports.
So, honestly, neither do I. So, as our guests know, the two of you have had an ongoing rivalry between your sports shows, Sports Talk and Laker Connections, and it seems to have really spiraled into many other shows, including our own, culminating in a grand event. So, can you two tell me about how that began and where it went?
Yeah, I mean, at beginning of this semester and the last
Somewhere,
semester, somewhere,
yeah.
maybe in January when we were up here working random hockey games. I don't know. At some point, Jake just goes, "What do you think about a rivalry between the two
Yeah.
shows?" And I was like, "All right, let's."
Well, you're
Let's
breaking
do it.
You're
Let's
breaking
do
the
it.
line here. This is real.
Breaking
Brian.
the fourth wall.
This is real. Yeah,
Major.
just something that I think when we started our
Yeah.
show, myself, Garrett, and Kyle, our biggest goal was we wanted to make it not just our own, but we wanted to see how many other things we can incorporate in it as well. At the time, I knew, obviously your guys' show.
Right.
Didn't really know you guys as well to incorporate anybody, but I was like, you know what? Let's throw some digs at Brian. He directed for us, so we were able to write a little things. We have a little whiteboard we write stuff on, and a lot of them have been directed at Brian in some ways. So.
No, it was funny because it was just like, because one of you told Aaron that
Yeah.
like you had been doing it since
And he had
last
no
semester.
idea.
I had no idea that you were doing this since last semester. I was focused on directing the show.
Wow.
I'm focused on the clock at the end of the show. I'm not focused on what you three are particularly.
We always left out a
talking
little
about.
banter period.
Yeah,
to write
exactly.
stuff.
When we start, I'll say this though. This semester has been the most fun that me,
Yeah.
Aaron, and Jake have had on the show in a while, and like pretty much our whole time, just because it's been so fun to go back and forth with
really
you guys.
has.
Particularly the episode after you did your Professor
Yeah, that was
Bradley
excellent.
thing.
Oh my God, that
You
was
brought
huge.
Garrett and Kyle in as your bodyguards or
Yeah.
whatever, and we had two of our crew members out sick, so we had Kyle
It
and
was
Garrett
excellent.
on camera, working the cameras, dressed up as bodyguards, and we were just throwing digs at them the entire
Yeah.
episode, and we were like, it was just so funny because
was-
we were just like, they were there, and every time we would say something, they would look at each other like, what are
That
we
was
gonna
the big
do?
episode too. You guys had Brittany on doing her.
Yeah, we had
her-
Brittany on, the former sports director at WTOP, now works at ESPN. We had her record a video.
And
Yeah.
we just kind of grown it
Yeah.
from there.
It's
been
definitely,
fun.
it's interesting to watch too, because I mean, I just mentioned I don't know anything about sports, but it's pulled in a completely different demographic of people
Yeah.
who want to watch your OPs just because they want to be part of the chaos
Mm-hmm.
and they want to pick sides. It's fun.
I like to think we created the whole live studio audience aspect of it as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
That's,
Yeah,
been
we
really
got some people
great.
in the
that's
back
funny.
seat
Hi,
there.
Turge. Hi, Aaron.
But I mean, kind of speaking further into that live studio audiences and different experiences that you've had, you've got to have some favorites.
Ooh, like what?
like favorite
Like
just
favorite
moments.
story.
Favorite
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
moments, whether it be out doing a hockey broadcast together
Oh, my
or
God.
out even within the
I mean,
competition between you
Yeah.
two.
well, I think in general, like whiteout in the last hockey game, that's something that I'm never going to forget. But I think one of my most fond memories was a week and a half before everything shut down back in March of 2020. It was like March 3rd or 4th. Oswego State hockey was supposed to host. Oswego State men's hockey was supposed to host Plattsburgh in a playoff game, and the women's team was supposed to host Morrisville in a playoff game. And like the Tuesday before that, Saturday, compressor blew in the arena and the ice entirely melted. So games got pushed back. We didn't know when they were going to be played. So just on a random Tuesday afternoon and evening, I'm here. I'm producing a women's game, and then I'm hosting the pregame show for the men's game. And that was just kind of also one of my last experiences with with like everyone who
Holy
graduated
cannoli.
before me and who I grew up looking up to, like in my early time.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite memories.
That's wow. That
insane.
sounds like a really fun experience. We didn't get to you, Brian. I'm so sorry, but we
Sorry,
don't go
Jake.
anywhere because
okay.
we still got
I
more
hogged
ahead
the
for you
spotlight.
in the next block.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And as we've previously mentioned, there's a competition and a love of baseball between our major guests, Brian and Jacob. So they played an MLB matchup for us in the studio. So stick around because the loser will have some trouble coming up in our next segment. So roll the clip.
Hello, major discussions audience and members. I am Jacob Bradley, joined by Brian Rudman, sportsman and sports boy. And it's time to play a little MLB The Show here today. So yeah,
right.
We're gonna flip a coin.
You flip it.
I gotta flip it.
You gotta flip it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll call it in the air.
All right.
Tails. This is for home and away.
Heads.
Heads. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm
So
sure
you
it's
get to pick. You get to
I get to pick.
Yeah. What do you?
All
want?
right. I'll be home team.
All right.
I'll be home team.
All right. I'm away.
All right. So we're gonna do 3 randoms, and you get to be the.
So you get 3 randoms. You can pick one of those 3 random teams. If you don't like any of them, you can do a wild card, but you have to pick the wild card. If you
Okay.
You have no other choice. So
That sounds fun.
So I'm away. So I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first. Brandon Lau. I went to school with a kid named Brandon Lau.
Did you?
I did, but it was L-A-U.
Okay.
He had a twin brother named Jacob.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I went to school with a lot of Jacobs, and I was the only one that spelled it right.
What?
Brian?
Oh, this isn't how I throw the ball! Oh, no!
Do you want to fix that?
That's fine. I'll
Okay.
figure it out.
That's funny.
Oh,
How'd you throw the ball? How do you usually throw the ball?
I have the meter that shows up, so like I release it when it gets to the
Oh, okay.
So I just like held it out of habit, like the amount that I normally do.
Get through.
Oh, dang.
Get on your horse. Ah, not to send him, not to send him.
How do I
Sorry.
throw?
Just press the button, I think. You just press the button.
I just press it?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
just press
hold
it.
it
You don't
at all?
hold it. No, it's just easy. You just
Oh
press the
boy,
button.
okay. Oh boy.
Oh,
I've already cost myself an out doing that, so that's unfortunate.
Ooh, that was good pitch. But yeah, I watched them play at Buffalo because that was before they let everybody back in Canada again.
Right.
Okay. And I hope everybody's enjoying this at home as well. Uh-oh, watch yourself.
Keep
Smash
on.
Muncie.
That's
It's not going anywhere.
Gotta keep it on. Well, considering I can't throw the ball when you hit it, I gotta be a little careful here.
Big spot here. Will Smith on deck.
Oh, 3-2.
Oh, good at bat.
Try throwing you off of it.
What do you think of, here, we'll get out of this out now. Get through. Oh.
Oh my God!
Go fix it.
Okay. This is getting ridiculous. I'm getting creamed so far. 0-0 game, but he got the bases loaded with 1 out because I can't throw the ball.
I know.
That would have been horrible. Oh,
Get down.
Get there. What? No!
Yes. This is a great start. This is excellent. We're scoring.
Get
Just
the ball in!
Yeah.
Oh my God! I even.
3-0.
Where were you?
Trey Turner's fired up.
She's so far out of the dugout. He should get ejected for that.
Whoa, who stands? This is Chris Taylor.
All right.
Right.
That was a horrible inning.
There's a base hit. There's the first one. Very nice. So that's how you throw a baseball, Brian.
Thank you.
This is a big spot here, Brian.
Big spot.
This is a big spot.
3-2.
Uh-oh. Get there. Tagging up.
Get on third, yes.
Gavin Lux.
There you go. All right.
Now here we go. We can afford the run to score here. I'm okay if it's scored. We just need the out. There's a run.
Got him! Safe!
Got
Thought he got under it.
Yes.
Darn.
Stranded him. We're on the home stretch of this game here, mid-second.
Oh my God, we're halfway home.
Halfway home. Oh, that was a good inning by you. This is it, though.
This is it. Yeah,
This is it.
I need 3 runs here.
Kim Wilson, ice cold. As Red Sox fans, we've seen Kimbrel ice cold. Uh-oh, I almost hit him.
How did that not hit him? Where was that?
G-Man.
I'm taking a base runner, G-Man. Take one for the team here, buddy. Need you to turn into it.
Strike 3.
Oh.
Bring him up. That was a big first out. It's 2 outs. Got to run, though.
Yeah, that was a smart play. You gave up the run.
I did.
I
did.
A smart baseball play.
Yeah.
I didn't get shut out, which is good.
No.
Oh,
Game.
right to him.
Uh-oh.
Oh! Not game! Game's still on!
Gavin Lux.
E4.
That wasn't even me. That was just the automation.
Oh, that's so funny.
Uh-oh.
Back up the
Still
middle.
alive.
Game on!
This is getting bad here. I'm getting a little nervous. Getting a little sweaty.
Move along the line.
And that's your game. Should be. Come on, Mookie. Come on, Mookie.
darn it.
How apropos. 2 Red Sox fans and Mookie Betts ends the game. Well, Brian, final score of your game.
Yep,
For us.
All right.
It's been fun. Thank you, Melinda and Faye, and thank you for watching.
Good game.
Good game, Brian. Sportsman and sports boy.
That was quite a game.
Yeah.
There's something.
Uh-oh.
I didn't realize. I forgot that I scored runs. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, no, and you scored. You had 2 in there, and then you also said, "Well, at least I didn't get shut out."
Okay.
All right.
Would you rather me say something else?
I cut those parts out.
I could fill it with something else if you want.
I think the uh-oh and the all rights were substitutes for other words that we're not allowed to say on television.
Oh, wait.
So.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. Oh, our audience, don't go anywhere because we have some fun for Brian after this short break.
Uh-oh.
Loser.
Only on WTOP.
DeCarlo on the rebound! Alex DeCarlo! Yeah, it's been a wild game so far. A lot of high scoring, so definitely tighten it up and play out that full 60 minutes.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP 10. Out on our own Oswego.
Did you hear that Bad Bunny's gonna be in Canada over spring break? You know.
I heard that one.
Drink a cognac. The week.
Oh my God.
Roll it.
The Kinda Late Show with Chloe and Anna. Like licorice, Twizzlers, absolutely nasty. The thought of turkey is just nauseating.
I think you're wrong, is what I think.
You think I'm wrong a lot of time.
I do think you're wrong a lot.
Welcome back to our season 2 finale and Double Trouble crossover event. Speaking of which, Brian is in for a treat. If we want to just take a nice little look at him. He is a major fan of sports talk.
That's right.
Covered in glitter.
He made it himself.
There's a lot of glitter on this thing. It's alarming how much glitter is on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, we got the crown for Jacob. We got some nice sunglasses. You got the zebra print
I got
there.
the zebra print.
King.
All right, Jacob, you want to?
Can I sit
take
now?
Oh, yeah.
Am I allowed to sit now?
Yeah,
you want to.
Okay.
All right,
We'll allow
Brian.
you that.
The
We'll
time
allow
has
you
come. First, I have homemade a gift for you, so I hope you enjoy that.
You've homemade a gift. Oh, this is
Yeah, that's
okay.
a gift.
You made this?
I might.
Okay.
I also think that it's important for you to really have your voice heard. So
Okay.
on the prompter for you is some dialogue that we've all crafted up.
Interesting.
And every time you laugh, we're going to hit you with our good old Nerf
Every
blaster.
time I laugh.
Every time you
Okay.
laugh. And
All
when
right.
you run out of darts, that's where the beans come in.
The beans?
So
Okay.
you get to have some fun
The jelly
with
beans.
Bean Boozled. So, Brian, without further ado, hope you enjoy.
Jake, you know, I've told you in the past, I have a tendency to go off script, so
All
get ready
right.
for this. All right, first and foremost, I want to declare that I, Brian Sportsman Rudman, declare that Sports Talk to be the best pretend sports production on WTOP 10. I also want to confess my love for Kermit the Frog.
God.
I can't do Kermit's voice, I'm sorry. I find Garrett, Kyle, and especially Jacob wildly entertaining
Aw, how nice.
and charismatic. I spend most of my free time watching their show. I thought this only happened if I laughed.
Yeah, but we're off script, so we can go.
And I cannot wait to watch more seasons of the best show on WTOP 10, Laker Connection.
No, that's not what it says.
It didn't say the name of your show there, so
It was implied. That's
I don't live in. This is journalism. There's no implication.
You want to try a bean?
I'm good. I'm good.
Enjoy
I'll try
it.
one.
Oh no! Why would you do that to
You
yourself?
don't have to do that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be pomegranate, and it was Old Bandit.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are these flavors?
They're awful. I've never
That's
tried
our-
these before, and I'm going to leave it.
Hey,
Bandage?
quiet down, you. That's our season 2, folks. Our freshman year. Oh, it's in the books. Not yet. Oh, evidently.
I did this last year too at the finale. I ate a bad bean, and now I don't feel good.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I thought it'd be funny,
Here,
and now
wash
I'm
it down
here.
with some
Why would you do that to yourself?
What else
roasted
do we have?
marshmallow or stink bug.
There's also booger in there if you're interested.
That's so bad.
Last time I ended with stink bug, but I'm gonna rock these rockin' zebra shades,
I'll join you.
and I'm gonna enjoy an episode of Sports Talk coming up. Do you guys want to talk about when
Oh,
your
yeah.
finales are?
Sure.
So Tuesday for Sports Talk, it's going to be an hour long. It's going to be special start time at 10 o'clock. You're going to have myself, Garrett, and Kyle, a ton more guests as well. We're going to sit down. We're going to watch all 46 uncut minutes of the basketball game from this
You get to
past
see
Tuesday.
this peak athleticism.
Peak athleticism,
right here.
and who wouldn't want to miss it? But yeah, that's,
Right.
that's special. We've already had our finale, but this is our
Yeah, I
we
will
missed
say
that.
this. I've watched through some of the video from the game, and even the things I did well looked
Yeah.
wildly unathletic.
What about your finale? You got anything?
Yeah, well, Thursday it's gonna be mine, Jake, and Aaron's final show, final
God.
ride on WTOP. Okay.
Hey.
As we pass it on to our good friends Thomas Baturgeon, who's in the back here, and Jared Wakefield. So yeah, me, Aaron, and Jake will say goodbye on Thursday, and that'll be that for my career at WTOP 10.
So, folks, that's our season.
Freshman year actually is in the books now, and we're ready.
Yes.
Follow our Instagram page, major_discussions. You know I'm the PR lady. You know I'm that. There's a lot of content behind the scenes there for you.
We'll be back, so tune in next semester for more major discussions.
Can't wait.
Woo!
Don't eat the beans.
No.